New Comic Day, March 6th, 2024, and Great Lake Comic Con. I'll show you what was at the show and what I did. Check it out. My Comics Closet. Hey, thanks for checking out my Comics Closet. I'm Lynn. I'm going to show stuff that I picked up from the Great Lakes Comic Con. These are all books I had signed at the Great Lakes Comic Con in previous years. And books I picked up on New Comic Book Day, which was March 6th, 2024, last Wednesday. Today's Friday, March 8th, I guess. So, well, before I show the books I picked up from Comic Corner, my LCS, I was going to run through the local shows that are coming up real quick. That I may be checking out. Not all of them, but some of them. There's going to be the Detroit Comic Book and Toy Show, April 27th. We're going to have special guests and signers and artists at the Ford Community and Performing Arts Center, and that is in Dearborn, Michigan. So, $10 to get in. Kids under 12 are free. 10 to 6 in Dearborn, Michigan. And then we have the Wixom Toy Show at the Total Sports Complex on April 27, 2024. It's in Wixom, Michigan, 9 to 3. Admission's $5 per person. Kids 10 and under free parking. Look up midmichigansupershows.com. So, and then there's the Lansing Collectible Toy, Comic, and Record Show, Sunday, April 14th, 9 to 4, free admission at the Okemos Event Center in Okemos, Michigan. And the new one I just saw, the Grand Rapids Comic Con, is coming up. The Spring Fling Road Trip, it says, April 12th through the 14th, 2024. The Kalamazoo County Expo and Event Center in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Go to grcomiccon.com. They have a whole list of guests and stuff on the back, but we'll go through that later. I don't think I'm going to be going to that show, because there were other shows on the same day. Oh, there was. Well, this is the Knights Hall show. 2024 is going to be the next one in 2024. It's going to be April 14th. That is at the Knights of Columbus Hall in Livonia, Michigan. That's $3 in Michigan, 10 to 4, free after 3, hourly door prices. So I might be going to that show because it's a little closer. It's the same thing. And then this is the toy show. She's going to have Hot Wheels, pop culture, comic books. This is on Saturday, March 30th, 2024, from 8:30 till 2:30. $3 admission, kids free. But that is, I believe, oh yeah, Saturday, March 30th, which is my wife's birthday. So that one's gone. I won't be going to that. And then there's the Dawn of the Collectors shows, which I like to go to those. There's one going to be in St. Clair Shores at the VFW Bruce Post on the 13th of April. So I'm going to be checking that out here. They don't have one in March, I think, because of the Great Lake Comic Con. A lot of the guys that are at this show were at the Great Lake Comic Con. And then they also have one in Plymouth, Michigan at the Risen Christ Church, Lutheran Church. That's going to be on the 20th of April. So you can go to the dawnofthecollectors.com, check that out. That's also $3 admission from 10 to 3. Pay $10 to get in early at 9, and then they do a drawing for usually a nice slab, the first drawing in the morning. Then they give away stuff every hour. And then there's also the Clausen Comic Book and Toy Show, which is Saturday, March 16th at the Knights of Columbus Hall in Clausen, Michigan. That's $5 admission. Kids 12 and under are free. Door prizes every hour from 10 to 4 on Saturday, March 16th. So, and I don't have anything for it, but well, I did have. Actually found free tickets at my comic store for the Fantasticon in Toledo for Sunday only. That's at the Glass City Convention Center, formerly the Seagate Center. in Toledo, Ohio. Saturday, this is Sunday, March 10th. It's going Saturday the 9th and the 10th. www.fantasticon.net. So these were at my local comic shop, Comic Corner. They were sitting on the counter there by the cash register. So I grabbed them. The comp tickets. It's like an hour, between an hour and a half drive from here, depending on the traffic. Anyway, I think I'm going to run to that. Check it out. So I'm going to show the books that I got from my LCS, Comics Corner. But first, I think we should do the dad jokes. All right, so I have these cards my wife gave me for Christmas. Dad joke cards. Each one's got 3 dad jokes. I haven't seen them. I just pulled one off the top of the pile because I shuffled them up and then I just read them. So here we go. What is Bruce Banner's favorite cheese? The Terrible Hulk. All right. I have a lactose intolerant friend who sells cheese for a living. He can't take it, but he can dish it out. And then what do you give a lemon that needs medical attention? Lemonade. All right. So we got that out of the way. Dad jokes. Hee-haw, hee-haw. So anyway, totally embarrassing dad jokes. I'm not embarrassed. All right, so I'm going to show the books I got from Comics Corner on March 6th and New Comic Book Day. I get all my stuff, all my new books I get from Comic Corner. One in Rochester Hills, and there's also one in Fraser. So go check them out. And if you need books cleaned and pressed, get a hold of Aaron at Amped Comics Cleaner. He does a great job on the books, reasonable price, fast turnaround. You can get a hold of him here through his Instagram page. So anyway, check out Amped Comics Cleaner and Comic Corner. So first book I picked up from, well, it was in my pull box at Comic Corner, is this Avengers 11, which looks like it's got, what's going on with that? Anyway, and then there's Captain America 7. These over here for a minute. And then this is X-Men 32, which is part of the Fall of the House of X storyline still. And so is this, which is Ms. Marvel, the Mutant Menace, #1. I guess they've turned her from an Inhuman into a mutant. I don't really know how that works, but that's what they did. And then I have this Venom 31, which says it's the Symbiosis Necrosis story, part 1. Venom 31 there. Nice Carnage cover. So then I also grabbed these. So I grabbed this out of the Marvel rack. Because I grabbed the first ones last week. I didn't realize they were there. This is Century #4. So this wasn't in my pull box, but I grabbed it. Because I also grabbed this Daredevil #4, which is part of the Gang War storyline. So that's, Marvel stuff there. Everything that I had in my pull box, it was Marvel, and I picked up a couple extra books there. So besides the Marvel books I get, I also get all of the Walking Dead, which is an Image comic. This is Walking Dead 84. Part 5 of No Way Out story, but I believe this must be the one where Carl gets injured. I think he might have had a Red Ryder BB gun or something. I'm not sure what happened with him there. Oh, I got one of the big issues where Carl gets shot in the eye. And then I also grabbed the couple of variant issues here. Not sure who did these covers. Maybe I'll look them up. Maybe I won't. I'm gonna get this stuff done in kind of a hurry here. And also I got this Walking Dead 84 number. The third different cover. They had all three of those covers there. So I grabbed all three. Like I say, I got all the Walking Deads, the originals. But anyway, I got another Image comic, which is the Gunslinger number 29, which was I think has a cool looking cover. That book's really beautiful. I was almost tempted to send it in to get it graded just because it's so nice. And I have this King Spawn number 31. So that was all the books that were in my pull box. And then I grabbed a couple of other extra books. So, the first thing I got, actually this was not in my pull box. This was another rack, which is kind of a discerning reader rack too, I think. But this is What If, so this is actually a Marvel book. What If Aliens, number 1. And I think they had a couple different covers for that too. I just grabbed that one right now. So I think that was on the Marvel rack also, now that I think about it. So now these are the books that I got from the Discerning Reader rack. So first thing I grabbed was this Torpedo 1972 Part 1. And then I got this. Actually, this is another Marvel book. I did grab this off of the Marvel rack, I guess. I was thinking this was an indie title. But anyway, it's Beware of the Planet of the Apes, number 2. I think I did grab number 1 a couple weeks ago. And then this. I don't know who makes this. Anyway, this is The Fog, number 1, which I think is supposed to be a sequel to the original Carpenter movie, The Fog. And then I got this. This is an IDW book, but I just thought it had a cool cover, which is Godzilla, Best of Destroya. Yellow and orange cover, pretty cool. Then I grabbed this Under Heist, number 2. I believe I got that Under Heist number 1 about a month ago, which had, I forget what it was now, but it had a really interesting cover. And this one was too. I think there were a couple other covers for this too. I just grabbed that one. And then actually, I'll pull this one out first, you can't tell. I got this, which is called Golgotha Motor Mountain, number 1. Very colorful cover. I don't really know what's going on with it. And then I got this, which is a variant issue, I think, which is the same book, Golgotha Motor Mountain from IDW, but it's, get in here. But it has that, actually, it looks like Japanese or Chinese writing there. I really wouldn't know. And then I did grab this, which is a weird thing because it's weird size. But it's this book, The Last Mermaid. They had it sitting there, and I just thought it was the last one there. I thought I'd grab it. So it looked like some cool art. Actually, I was going to show you. It's got pretty cool art on the back. It's just, it's just a picture of a mermaid, but just looked like a cool book. Guy in kind of a futuristic underwater suit there. So that's everything I picked up from Comics Corner on March 6th, 2024. So let me get this stuff picked up out of the way. While I'm doing that, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up. Like I say, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm still looking for subscribers. I appreciate everybody that subscribes. I do have my giveaway packages all made up to send out. So I'm going to get these out tomorrow. I said that they should be delivered like by Tuesday. So if you see this, and keep an eye out. Most of them are coming in those envelopes. So I'm going to get set up now to show my haul from the Great Lake Comic Con after you watch some of this video I took. So here we go. night. So it was a pretty good show. A lot of comics, a lot of different dealers, a lot of them that I've known now for a couple years that I've been going to different local shows here. This is the program from it, which has original art. I have this one here too, of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They had all the creators there signing, but I didn't have any real books for them to sign. And that's the back side of it. So I got a couple of these. But at the first night, they were doing their door prize giveaway, and they were calling off the numbers for the tickets. But then they said the next 5 people to come up. I wasn't even sure what they were giving away, but I was standing there. And so I went and asked what they had, and he asked me if I wanted. It's a Thundercats print, which is marked 5 of 250. And they did have, I can't remember the guy's name, Rick Goldschmidt there, who was a Rankin Bass historian. He had a whole bunch of stuff there from the Rankin Bass cartoons, which Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and A Year Without Santa Claus. Stuff that I grew up with. I mean, it was all made back in the years when I was a little kid. And so I had him sign it. Tu Lin, Rick Goldschmidt. So that was like the first thing I picked up, because I was there all day Friday, but I really didn't buy anything. I was just looking around. I brought that home. I think I might have, no, I didn't go get this shirt till the next day either. So I got this shirt. They also had other ones. It's similar to the shirt I had on last week. This said I Have Issues. And Great Lake Comic Con, I Have Issues, and they had books. It was very similar, and my wife got me that other shirt without even knowing. But anyway, well, speaking of the Turtles, I did grab these. Actually, when I grabbed this shirt, which is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, what is it, number 78? But it's a Great Lake Comic Con exclusive. It's got like a sketch cover, which I should have gone over and had the Turtles guys sketch on one of them, but I'd spent enough money already. They're going to be out and about. I may get one. I have another one of these books, which I think I got last year or the year before, but I heard they're almost out of these. So anyway, that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles books that I picked up. They're like exclusives. I went up and got this shirt and those. Actually, early, because it was Saturday. The show was Friday and Saturday. And then I had several books signed. I had 5 books signed by the artist, which one of them was this book, which is Tribe by Johnson and Stroman. Except this is the copy I had in my collection. But once I found it and got it out, it has several spine ticks, but it's got 2 big. And this has got like a 3/8 inch color breaking bend in it. So I didn't have this book signed. I bought another one for $10. I found a dealer that had like 20 of them. He had 2 or 3 of them sitting out as displays, and he had 12 or 15 or so at least in a box. So I went through and found the one that looked the best and took it and had Johnson and Stroman sign them. And then I had the Spider-Boy 3. Angel Medina was there. So I couldn't find my Spider-Boy 1, but he's the artist on the new Spider-Boy series. But Spider-Boy 3, I think that's a pretty cool cover. So I took that in and had Angel Medina sign that. It's in beautiful shape. You know, it's going to get pressed. You know, it had a little bit of a bend. The guy I went through, Rich Hen, who was a facilitator there. So, and he did a really great job. He had, I think it was Hannah, was the witness for him. Nice lady that was there. So he looked through it and said, you know, he would clean that up. And I had 2 other books that needed pressing, which were these Sleepwalker books. I had Sleepwalker 1 and Sleepwalker 5, which I just grabbed the 5 because it's got Spider-Man on the cover. And then I had 25, which was a cardstock cover with foil. So they really couldn't press that. It looked really nice. I figured it's going to be a 9.6 or 9.8, unless there's something I really missed. But he's going to press the other 2, Sleepwalker 1 and Sleepwalker 5, and he's going to make sure that the Spider-Boy looks good. He said he had a little bit of a bend in the back, and he'd touch that up. And I told him I would really appreciate it if you at least, if you're going to go over them, wipe them down. There can be just fingerprints that can wipe off, and if they're on there, when those guys check them and they see them, they'll drop you down a grade point. So I suggest that you have all your books cleaned and pressed before you have them graded. There's even books that are right out of the comic store. They have wavy covers, you know. So anyway, those are the books I had signed. They should be back in a month or so, you know, graded. So I'll be showing those when they do get here. I was talking to a guy, actually I went and picked these up at the end of the day. But there was a guy there who, brand new writer, brand new comics he has out. And I was talking to him. He's a local guy. And these books are all, let's see, Jason Douglas. And he has this new, it's like a graphic novel called Parallel. And so I was talking to him. You can be in it. You're the man. Jason Douglas. Well, this was Parallel. This was his new book that he's got coming out. This is his new book that he has out. So it's signed by Jason Douglas right there. But I also have, I'm gonna put this over here. He also has these other books. It's Jason Douglas, I forget the girl's name, something Wright. But anyway, I bought these from him. Jane American 1. This is a one-shot. Jane American one-shot. I mean, these are all the same book. Oh, this is the, okay, this is the normal trade dress. And then this is the Virgin variant. And then this is the foil variant. And then there was one other one. I don't remember what the deal was with it, but it was sold out. Then he had these, which was it's like a sampler book. If you want to have something printed, you know, published on your own, just shows you what you can order, what you got going. It's got a QR code right there. But when you bought the whole set, then it came with these two little papers, which is a $100 certificate, supposedly. It's like a war bond for the Jane American. Well, I think they were selling these for their startup, maybe. And then there's this like Western Union Telegraph. Which is like a notice that somebody's passed away in the war, which must pertain to that book. So anyway, those books I bought from Jason Douglas, a new up-and-coming writer, local writer here of comics. So, and I believe these are the books I got from Joe King Comics, which I was digging through his little short box, which I was thinking it was $10 each or 3 for $25, and then after I was looking, I noticed I think it was $5 each or 3 for $12 is what it was. So I grabbed 6 books here. I got this Alpha Flight number 3. I don't think I have that one. I know I have a couple of copies of Alpha Flight 1, 1 and a 9.6, and then a raw copy. And I also grabbed this Alpha Flight 2. So I've got 1, 2, and 3, and I know I have several others, but I don't think I have these first 3. So now I have those. And I picked up this Captain America 303, where he's fighting Batroc on the cover. But it reminds me of, which was one of my favorite Marvel movies, Captain America Winter Soldier. He run around the whole ship at the very beginning and whooped everybody on the ship, and then he was whipping on Batroc, and Batroc challenged him, you know, to fight without the shield. So he's got no shield, gonna give him the first shot. And that last kick move he made where he did the spinning kick, awesome. I just thought that was an awesome move. I thought Chris Evans did do a great job as Captain America. So that is one of my favorite Marvel movies. But then I also got, because there's 3 for $12. I got this Mighty Thor 243. Because it looked really clean. Got a dinosaur on the cover. Not eating anybody, but got a nice dinosaur on the cover. And then I grabbed this Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man, which is a reprint of Amazing Spider-Man #1. If I ever find any kind of a copy of Spider-Man #1, I pick it up. I've got several different reprints and Marvel Masterpiece edition and True Believers editions, and got a hardcover book that's got like the first 20 issues, 1 through 19 of ASM and Amazing Fantasy 15 in it. So, I mean, that's a reprint of the cover, like a different interpretation of the colors it looks like. But it says it's got the unabridged reprint of Spider-Man 1 by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. And then I grabbed this, just I always thought it was a cool cover. Like I remember reading it when I was a kid. This is the Human Fly #1. So I got those 6 books for $24. You know, they were $5 each or 3 for $12. So you get $1 off, and it ended up being $24 altogether. But anyway, so then I also I went and got these from Glenn, who always has a booth. Who, you know, he always gives me a great price. I picked up these from him, which was this Inhumans #5. It's Amazing Adventures with the Inhumans and the Black Widow, #5. I'm pretty sure I have a couple of #1s, and I know I have 2 and 3 and 4. So I picked up 5, and I picked up 6, and then I also grabbed this Fantastic Four #98, which is a really, really clean copy. I think it's got a couple of little spine checks. I don't see any color breaking, but it's got a note here that says Neil Armstrong. It says Neil Armstrong moon landing. So I don't remember that. I mean, I was 9 years old when he landed on the moon. I remember watching it. I remember the moon landing. I was into all the stuff from NASA. And then I also got, last one from Glenn was this Amazing Spider-Man 117. So, and actually these were, what did it say? One was 35, this one's marked 35. So there's one, Inhumans 5 was a 35, Inhumans 6 was 35, Fantastic 498 is 35. That's 105. And then $20 for this. I got all these for $70. And I guess you saw that. The last big book I picked up, which was from Warehouse Comics. They had a great booth. They had a lot of nice books. And I picked up this Submariner #1. It was sitting there, it's a very nice copy of this book for this price, I think. Actually had it marked 300, and they gave it to me for $250. But I took it out and looked at it, made sure it's all complete, nothing's missing out of it. And I mean, it lays down really flat, corners are really nice on it. I mean, it's an old book. But the guy that I got it from, the guys at Warehouse Comics, said that they bought a whole collection, and the books were in boxes that were just barely big enough to fit them in. He said the books were in there with no boards. They were bagged, I think he said. And they had them laying, spine one way and then face down, spine the other way. And they look like it. They look like they've just been sitting somewhere for a long, long time. Well, I was going to show, these are all books that I had signed in previous years. These are all Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is the Dave Stevens cover, written by William Mesner-Loebs. So I had him sign all 4 of these. He's a really great guy. Actually, those 2, the Max and Darker Image. I've had all those are signed by William Mesner-Loebs. And then I have this See, Bloodshot. Actually, I won this book at the show 2 years ago because they were doing the raffles at the end of the show. They kept drawing numbers and drawing numbers. Well, most of the people had left by then. And so they did a trivia thing, and I got the answer. It was an X-Men question. I forget what it was now. But I got this book, and I ran up there really quick and had Jim Shooter signed it. And then who else was this? Oh, Kevin Van Hook signed it. And I also had this signed by Shooter. Okay. You know what? I didn't have this signed at the Great Lakes Comic Con. This was signed. I sent this in and had Shooter sign it. But anyway, then it is Secret Wars 8 that he signed. And I got Secret Wars 1 and 10 that he signed. And I also have Secret Wars 2 signed by Shooter. 7-0. I don't have 3 signed. I have the 3 raw, but it was really beat up. So this is Secret Wars 4 and 8-0, which is a cool cover, signed by Shooter. Okay, Secret Wars 6. I have a 5, but I don't think I have it signed either. Signed by Shooter. Secret Wars 7, great cap cover. A 7.5, signed by Shooter. And there's 8, right here, if you can see that, signed by Shooter. I've shown that several times. This is Secret Wars 9, signed by Shooter. That's Secret Wars 10, it's an awesome Doom cover. And an 8.5, signed by Shooter. Secret Wars 11, signed by Shooter. And Secret Wars 12, signed by Shooter. I have other copies of these books. Some of them are a lot better grades, I think. But those are the ones I had at the time that I had Shooter signed. I did get one other book there at the show. Who did I get this from? Oh, I can't think of the guy's name. Oh, it was Lantern Comics, but there was a guy there that had these books up. He had this sitting there, and he was saying he was leaving a little while. He hadn't sold very much, it looked like. But I always wanted to get this book, so I did. And it's Amazing Spider-Man number 40. Spidey Saves the Day. Great cover where he's beating down the Goblin. In a 4.5, but it really looks nice. Presents really well. I always used to wear this shirt, which is, I always wanted to get that book because I had this shirt for a long time. Kind of worn out now. It came in this box, so that's kind of cool. What's in it? Oh, old picture. Anyway, so that's everything I picked up at the Great Lakes Comic Con. Another book to add to my Spidey collection. So be sure to check in next week, see what I got going. I'm going to go to the show Sunday, I'm thinking. The Fantastic Con in Toledo. So if you go there, if you're thinking about going there, comment down below and let me know. Or whatever you think about these books. Comment down below and let me know. Actually, give me a thumbs up, share and subscribe. Like I said, I'm looking for subscribers. I appreciate everybody that subscribes. Appreciate everybody that watches. I'm working towards 250 subscribers. And when I get there, I'll be doing some other type of a giveaway. I'm going to give away some kind of a slab, maybe some raw books. I'll have to figure it out. So don't get me there too quick. Get me there as quick as you can. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost anything. I'm not trying to do anything except show off what I have, and I'm going to be trying to sell books down the road in a year or two. But if you see something you're interested in, you can contact me through my Instagram page. It's My Comics Closet on Instagram, or you can email me at mi.comics with an X closet, one word, @gmail.com, right there below. So appreciate you checking me out here at My Comics Closet. Keep coming back, where we take comics and comic collect and write out of the closet. So thank you.